Welcome back to Midwest Access. You can experience improv comedy here in your hometown. Tane Danger from Sketches for Minnesota is here to chat about this upcoming event. Thank you so much for being here.
I am delighted to be here.
It is so great. So tell us about just the overall concept for Sketches of Minnesota. I think it is brilliant.
Okay, Sketches of Minnesota is a partnership between my improv comedy company, Danger Boat Productions, and the Minnesota Humanities Center. And we are going to 10 communities all across Minnesota, everywhere you can think of,
Cool.
all the way up Deerwood, Big Fork, here in Rochester, New Ulm, all the way over to Fergus Falls. And in each community, we have a free community meal. Everybody's invited. And then over dinner, we ask people to sit with their neighbors and talk about what's great about your community. What are some of the things that are quirky or weird about your community? What do you maybe think are some of the challenges or things you wish were maybe a little different? And then what is the future of this place? So people have these great conversations. And then there's a team of very talented improv comedy performers who are listening to these conversations, and they get up on stage after dinner and they bring all of those conversations to life, reflecting back to this community. Here's everything we heard you say about this place, and we're going to bring it to life in real time in an unscripted way that's very fun and hopefully, raises up some points of pride, some things people love, maybe some issues and things we need to talk about more, and everybody has a really good time.
It sounds amazing. I love it. Food, friends, and fellowship.
Yeah.
What better?
Exactly. And improv comedy.
And improv comedy. So I think the concept is so great. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I've got to talk to you. I've got to have you on the show, because sitting down with somebody to have a conversation is the best way, I think, that we can promote a united community.
Absolutely.
The more you know about somebody and somebody different than you, the more you have empathy for them and can understand, oh, that's where you're coming from. I guess we're not so different after all.
100%. So this is the second year we're doing Sketches in Minnesota. We did 10 communities last year. We're doing 10 more this year. And just to what you're saying, again, we live in a time where people talk a lot about we're very divided. People can't talk to each other. I will tell you, we have been in every part of this state, and when you do get people to actually sit down with each other, have that meal, and then actually have something to laugh about together. There is not a place we have been where there's been anything but people feeling good, feeling like, oh, you're my neighbor.
Yes.
Now that doesn't mean that there's everybody just agrees. It doesn't mean everybody's well, okay, well, we all agree we're gonna vote for the roundabout to be installed in downtown. They still have things that they see differently.
Of course.
But they say oh, but I get you now. I understand this a little bit more, and I feel a sense of connection and community, and that's what this whole thing's about.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I can't think of a better way to promote community. Yeah.
And that's what, so Danger Boat is all about using improv and humor to bring people together and to try and tell stories. And then our partners at the Minnesota Humanities Center, they are about lifting up stories and helping communities tell those and bring those to light. So it's a great partnership, and we're really excited to be bringing it to Rochester for the first time.
So tell us the details on that.
Okay, so we are coming to Rochester with Sketches of Minnesota August 28th. It's a Thursday. It's a Thursday evening. We'll be at the Rochester Arts Center. As I said, it's totally free. You just have to register. That is the one thing, because we got to know how much food to have.
Wow. Okay, so you literally just need to know how much food to have. It's free. Blows my mind. So where do people go? How do we get registered?
So you can go to the Rochester Arts Center website. You can also go to the Minnesota Humanities website, or all of those will point you to this. I mean, just search for Sketches of Minnesota Rochester and register, because it's filling up. We think that there's going to be capacity. So it's going to be so fun, and you will meet people and make connections, and you'll just have a great night.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Now, you were just in New Ulm.
We were.
Tell us how that went.
I literally drove from New Ulm to Rochester. It was great. We had close to 150 people out in New Ulm. And just like I said, people sat together. A lot of people came as maybe couples or as friends, but then they would sit with several other people that they didn't know, and they would talk about these things. What's great? What do people get wrong? What do we think might be different here? And they had these great conversations. And then there's a show about all that, and they're laughing and they're having a good time, and they get to see themselves on stage in a way.
Yeah. Oh, it is perfect, Tane. I'm so glad you're doing this. I'm just so glad that this exists and that we could promote it. So get out there and register before the time is up or before it's filled to capacity. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to head out to the Sergeant Weather Patio and check on our master grillers.